Hey, let's wait for some viewers and we will start to summarize the fifth day of Eurovision 2021, 2022, sorry, rehearsals. So, 14 countries have rehearsals today, most all of them performing in semifinal number one. We have started with Albania and then we moved on to the rest, ending up with Greece. So let's try to cover them all. If we have some guests, feel free to write for us in the chat. I would like to answer any question. I was at the press center today, so I watched actually all the live performance for the first time. We must remember that the first round of rehearsals, I mean, the first 4 days were closed, and journalists haven't had any idea about how the performance looks like. We only had the TikTok, very short videos, I must say, and disappointing to be honest, and also some photos of the entrance. So the first one to perform, as we said, was Albania. Let's talk about Albania. First of all, a change of direction from Albania. Finally, they sending kind of a bop, let's say, right, upbeat song. But the problem for me was that it didn't look as professional as much as I wish for. Hey, Karens. Um, I mean, my main concern was actually the camera angles. They weren't sharp as we wish for. It looks like they have prepared something really nice. Hey, Del GR, how are you? Um, but I don't know, it just need more work. So, like visual, what we have seen. Basically, the stage was quite dark. Um, however, yeah, I mean, we have a lot of neon lights. Most of them were blue, pink, and purple. Pink is the dominant color. Ronella slayed it, but I have a remark to say vocally. In the very last high note, she wasn't that accurate, which is not typical for her because she's a good singer. Um, Unluckily, was one of the parts to be broadcast in the Eurovision channel. I mean, in the short rehearsals snippet that we have. So it doesn't play for Albania favor. So Ronald is not alone on stage. He has four male dancers with her. All of them are shirtless. And they have kind of black makeup over their eyes. And they wear black skirts. She has also with her a female dancer with whom she would like to tell the story. It is provocative, but not that much. I mean, what they do actually, if may I be provocative myself. So basically, they touch each one's asses, to be honest, in the dance, while they're kind of stand one of each in front of each other. Um, but I mean, come on, we had some more provocative performance at Eurovision, right? I mean, I don't know, Spain this year probably, and Eleni Foria, which did a wonderful job. It was quite provocative for some people. Um, Poland to 2014. So yeah, all of them were provocative in the same flavor or even more. And I just guess that some people think it's provocative, sorry, because it came from Albania, and we're not used to get that kind of entries from Albania. But to be honest, I really don't agree with this. Yeah, Vote me the Pupu, right, Karens? The song about twerking. Um, yeah, so when she interacts with the female dancer, there is a really strong moment when they kind of stand really close to each other, and then one of the male dancers just pulled the dancer out of Ronella, and then Ronella kind of standing on top of their shoulders, and the song kind of ends there. They also stands in one line and dance like in a very festive ethnic way. Doing that movement, I will try to present you something like this. Um, and maybe the most important detail, Ronella hasn't the wig today, the pink one. She was with her regular hair, and therefore she could do the helicopter hair dance like this one. And I don't have much hair as her, so I wouldn't be the good presenter, but yeah. Um, yeah, so basically this is what was about Albania. Press center wasn't that like impressed, I must say. But also, I must be honest, we had some failures in the press itself. We couldn't see on screen most of Albanian performance. So we had like a special chance to see just afterwards. I mean, at the end of all performance. And then even we've seen only two very short shots of this. Any questions about Albania or you want me to continue, please let me know in the comment below. Yeah, in general, by the way, I must say about the kinetic sound that uh, it does like really bother. It's very dark, and for some entries, it can ruin the stage, I believe. Um, for Albania, it was kind of the middle. I mean, it doesn't build the whole concept of the performance, but it's definitely can added much more added value. So yes. What else can we talk about? Okay, so the next entry was Citizeni from Latvia with Eat Your Salad. I must say, tell you guys, personally, it is a grower for me. Yeah, currency, right. I mean, it's not the worst thing that could have ever happened, but for some entries, and maybe I will tell a little bit more when we get to them. It's not Latvia, by the way. We'll do see, or you will see actually that it can hurt. But to be honest, what most bothered me today was all the technical issues of the Italian broadcaster. Um, like a lot of sound issues, we'll get through this, and some of the press wasn't fixed as much as we needed. So they had some failures besides this kinetic, not rotating sound. Latvia, listen, guys, it's a core for me. They look fabulous. And as I said in one of our videos back then, I think it was in the running order or something, it looks like, or it feels like they have Red Bull in their bloods. I mean, I haven't seen them without energy. They're almost energetic. Um, and it's a good thing. It's a really good thing because it makes them stand out. Colorful staging, very similar to the ones on Supernova, but still not very identical. So yeah, they come in a lot of colors. Like I believe each one of them probably has another color of suit. We have green, purple, red, white, orange. It was yellow. Lissinger, of course, Yannis is with sunglasses as always, and the green outfit, green suit. Um, yeah, that's right. It really looks amazing on screen. I agree with you, Del. Uh, about Near, hi, how are you? About Ronella, actually, I loved the current one more, but I think that the camera angles wasn't on her side. Therefore, we didn't have sorry the chance to enjoy the outfit. Um, but what is a secret for me is which outfit will she choose? Maybe we have a first one. I don't know. For me, it looks like she brought three bags or outfits for touring. So I really don't know, but we'll see about it. Um, yes, or about Latvia. Let's go back to Latvia. Um, a lot of fun, very colorful, neon lights, but it was like in a good flavor. Like they didn't mix a lot of colors together. We do have entry that they have done like this. We'll get to it. Um, but yeah, I mean, definitely it was really good one. Vocally, it was on point, of course. Fun fact: one of the pants were torn this way. It was of the guy that spread his legs at the end. The guys that wears orange, saxophonist, I believe. But yeah, they will get through it, right? They're cool guys. Drum set is also colorful. I don't know. They had so much magic that I couldn't even think about the sun, and this is a good thing, I believe. So, if you ask me, actually, we do have a chance to see Latvia finally qualifying for the final after long years of non-qualifying. Also for Albania, by the way. I mean, they do have some things to fix, namely camera angles and maybe a little bit of vocals. But in general, they have the package to qualify. I want to believe. Um, yeah. Any more questions, guys, or shall we move on to Monica Liu from Lithuania? Oh, but by the way, I have a funny thing to share with you. So at the very end of the running of all rehearsals for Latvia, Lowry was with his mic open and was like, "Kill us! What do you want to expect to us? We definitely don't want to make it to the final." It just told it because of all the technical issues, but it was in a very funny way. And yeah, so this is really interesting as well about Latvia. But now let's move on to see what we think about Lithuania. So about Lithuania, now it's the opposite from what I've said. I mean, yeah, let's start with positive things. She's very charismatic. She has its own charisma and magic. She conquers the stage. I'm not a big fan of the song, but I want to keep it like natural and to talk like technical issues or to give you more details about each performance as much as I can remember. By the way, we have the full coverage of all rehearsals of previous days as well as today, as well as all the following days on escb.com. But let's describe it like with words. That's why we're here, right? Um, so Monica, the very same outfit as in Papandini Ginoujo, I mean the national selection. Um, yeah, it's kind of silvery, sparkling. Um, she has some backing vocals, but they're not like the most important thing. I mean, she can does it on her own. She's strong enough by herself. A lot of work of camera angles, like turning in circles and like in the national selection, very similar. But my problem was, and it's not about Monica herself, of course, or not about Lithuanian delegation, is about again this dark kinetic sun, which like I don't know, it was behind her, and therefore we don't have the optimal view of Monica. They try to throw some lights on it, like purple, green, etc. By the way, she also has a purple makeup, like her eyes, etc. Um, at a certain point, we could see kind of a sphere, like spinning on the LED screen, like effect on the floor. Um, in the chorus, we get more orange color on the stage, but yeah, namely it's dark at the beginning. So I have to drink a little bit. um, I mean, yeah, it has potential, but I do believe. Oh, Del, thank you for the comment. Yeah, I totally agree with that. Her charisma is more important even in front of the song, and maybe it can help her out. I really hope so because she deserves it. But again, I'm not really sure will it qualify. I mean, unless I less sure that you will qualify if we compare to Latvia, for example, or Albania. Um, so I don't know. I don't have much ideas how they can like hide the kinetic sun, but definitely it's not on her favor. Let's move on to Switzerland. We have Mario Spear with "Boys Do Cry." So his outfit was all black, kind of leather coat with a t-shirt, long t-shirt, short black as well. Sorry, and same as the pants. Um, I know that many fans and many people find this song a little bit generic, boring, but I don't feel like that. I think it's quite good. It's not the most brilliant song of the year, definitely, and probably it shouldn't be top five or top 10 or something. But I do believe it has some positive points, let's call it. And the positive points came here not only because of the song, but because two main things. So the first one is the way they deliver the message, and the second one, which is connected or related, of course, this is the staging. So on the staging, on the chart of the art director, we have Sasha John Baptiste. She's the Swedish art director. She does a lot of staging in recent years. She was, it's the third time I believe she's doing the Swiss staging. She was from Luca Hani as well as John Tears and now from Maurice Beer. Um, yeah, so basically he stands alone on stage. He has one vertical or horizontal, I can't really remember, LED screen. I mean, the one they brought themselves. We consider kind of the child of the video clip or something really similar to this. He has smoke on stage, but more than stock, he has like the special beaming light beside him and on top of him. Um, yeah, it gives really intimate atmosphere, but it's good because this is what we want from the song. This is the message. Um, yeah, we can see some really how to call it, special shapes of the lead. Like we have broken heart with two pieces that he's on the floor and also on his face actually. Um, what else? Yeah, also at the beginning we have kind of tears on the screen and a really big ones. They are kind of white, if I remember correctly. At least it creates an impact. You can ignore it. I believe the jury really love it. I'm not sure about that vote, but I don't know. Maybe it can help him, maybe not. Um, yeah, that I agree with you. The visuals are amazing. Um, I think, to be honest, that because of the running order and because of the character of the songs, I do believe that we're gonna see competition, a really tight one between Lithuania and Switzerland. This means that probably one of them will qualify, one of them not, or maybe both of them will find themselves out. I do want to hope that at least one of them qualify, but it's not guaranteed, of course. Um, but yeah, because I see both of them as more jury favorite rather than televote, and that's why I can't see them qualifying together. But who knows? Maybe we'll have kind of miracle. Also, I want to mention that I think that it has never happened that all the first three songs of certain semifinal advance. Like that means that probably we'll have to say goodbye to Albania, Latvia, or Lithuania. If you ask me, Lithuania has less chances out of of these three, but again, statistics is meant to be broken. Let me say so. Maybe three of them can qualify. Who knows? I hope for them. But yeah, definitely, if I have to summarize somehow, Mari's beer. So strong vocals, dark stage, a lot of lead effects, and it was impactful to be honest. Now let's move on to Slovenia. They will be represented by the young band LPS or Last Pizza Slice with Disco. Um, so actually, the advantage of this was disco ball itself. It's a giant disco ball. It can be lighted basically on every color that you want. At certain point, I tried to count the different colors that we have there, but it was too much. I mean, because they have a lot of colors, but in a good way. So basically, it was red and gold, white, silver, blue, etc. Even pink, orange as well. Um, I have some problems with this entry. I don't want to be rude, but I think that if you suggest any song that is named disco, you have to stand out. Sorry, a little bit more. We have some again. I don't want to be rude, but hey, we have more viewers. Hi. In Slovenia, we do have charisma problem. The lead singer isn't charismatic enough. I'm sorry. I know it's not. It's kind of inappropriate to say this, but on the stage, on the big stage, you really see it. It's like getting worse a little bit in comparing to the Slovenian selection (EMA). Um, So yeah, they're really cute guys, and but we know that they have kind of, they're not that experienced yet. They're, I believe, 17 or 18. Uh, Staging is good, but it's still like bringing that giant ball of disco. doesn't solve other problems, right? So to be honest, I wasn't that convinced with this song. Um, yeah, if you ask me, guys, I don't see chance that Slovenia will qualify. It's a little bit sad to say, yeah, but I can't see it at the moment. Um, yeah, about outfits you want to ask. So they wear two colors basically. I mean, each one of them only one color. It's kind of a very dark green and also kind of Bordeaux, like very dark red. I mean, and also I want to mention that Slovenia doesn't have any good running order. They are just after Switzerland. That I do believe that some people will find magical. And right after them we have Ukraine. And listen about Ukraine. I think it's one of the best staging of this year. We haven't seen probably nothing in the short clip that the EBU released on the Eurovision Song Contest channel. So what we have there, basically everything. All the band members standing on one line together, and otherwise, so the lead rapper, like Oleg, Oleg, if you want to pronounce it that way, has traditional pink hat. Each one of them has another outfit. And what else I can say? Yeah, so one of them is the member of Go A, and he has like he basically wears Germany flag. I don't know how to describe it otherwise. Yeah, but it still looks nice. So the kinetic sign hides a little bit of their graphics, but still it looks in general very good. So we have an old lady, maybe it's Stefania herself, we couldn't tell. So what happens basically? We should have seen all of her face, but because of the technical issues with the kinetic sound that doesn't move, etc., we can see only her eyes. And by the eyes, you can tell that she is old. But you know what? It's still good because the eyes is shown, and this is what important. And why I'm saying this. Okay, so basically, they try to create any special effects that the eyes shed tears on the floor of the stage, just where the band stands, and this is a really strong visual. We have a lot of colors in the stage. The final scene, like the very final chorus of the song, we can see blue and yellow as the Ukrainian flag. That's right. Um, yeah, so they dance really good together, and also they have an effect that in front, like in the how to say near the waterfall, but still on the stage itself, we can see kind of shadows of them dancing, but it's not themselves. It's kind of visuals, and all of them are shown in the same color, traditional mixture of black, orange, and yellow. And yeah, so it was a really really strong visuals. What else we had in Ukraine? Yeah, they have LED screen as well. It shows some traditional Ukraine shapes, very similar to the things that Go A gave us on Salafay, like 2020. Yeah, I'm not wrong. There's in the clip, remember, with that bird, and we have kind of a lot of special geometrical shapes, like so they're white, red, and black. Um, yeah, basically that's what I can tell. But visuals are really strong. Like there is not a single second where nothing happens, and that's what I like about Ukraine this year. I mean, let's go without politics. It's a song that will stand out, I believe. I'm not a big fan personals, but it's because I don't like rap. But again, I'm only one person, and I don't here to determine anything. And but I do see them picking a lot of points, following the visuals as well. Ukraine. Hey, Ayat Alshir, it's nice to see you. Thank you very much. But yeah, Ukraine definitely has gave one of the two strongest performance of this um, day of rehearsals. Let's move on. So just after Ukraine, we've got another rock song. Another not because of Ukraine, because we have a lot of rocky songs and we like rock, right? The next one is Bulgaria. It's the intelligent music project with intention. So I must confess that Ronnie, the lead singer of Bulgaria, has a really strong voice. It sounds like the very same as in the studio, which is something that I really appreciate because we have some cases in that semifinal as well that this is not the situation, unfortunately. But for Bulgaria, vocals are on point. And so they have kind of a special platform on stage. It looks like half ball in that shape with kind of dots on it. And what it permits is basically to reflect some lights on this. So the colors that we get are most of the time, if I remember correctly, red and green. Um, and also we have kind of two tiny platforms where the drummer and the keyboard player are standing on or sitting on. And they look like this special platform in the very center of the stage. This platform is just behind the lead singer. And so they wear black outfits, at least the lead singer, Ronnie. Colors of the stage, yeah. So as I said, this prop is lighted in red and green, but on the stage we can see white, red, yellow, orange, like kind of warm colors. Um, Towards the hand, by the way, like in the very end of the performance, they have a visual of on LED screen on the floor that draws a dove, the animal I mean, in kind of a yellow golden frame, like they want to talk about peace or something. I don't know. I find it a little bit unrelated to the song, but I can see why they have chosen this. Uh, what else I can tell about Bulgaria? Yeah, a lot of fireworks as well, like because it's rock, they want to slay it. And the beaming lights were kind of harder, like they really lightened the green room as well with their lights. Again, as I said, basically golden, yellow, and orange. Oh, and also another thing that Ronnie, the frontman, I mean the lead singer, has kind of a very high black hat, and he moves it after one of the. Hey, Oria, nice to meet you. The rest will join, I guess, tomorrow. I was the one to watch the full rehearsals today, so therefore I'm here alone. But all the best guys of Easy Beat, not including me, will join, I guess, tomorrow on another day. But I'm here for you to cover for you all the rehearsals. I was in the press center, online, I mean, and that's why I'm here to report for you. So it's really nice to see you all. Oria, Del, Aya, thank you. I love you. I really love you guys. Um, okay. Yeah, so this is about Bulgaria. And right after them, we have one of the most emotional ballads of this year. And this is the Netherlands. We have Stain or Esten with the Dipte. Um, so here's the thing. It's one of my favorites this year. I think it's my winner of this year, but here's a confess, I'm not satisfied. I'm not satisfied with the Dutch staging, but I don't blame them to be honest. So what happened actually? Basically, they had a concept where the kinetic sun is the center of, uh, like the center of the concept, but actually they couldn't fulfill it because we have some problems with the kinetic sun. So what they have done, sorry, was um, try to stay without it. It started really promising. Hello, Eduardo, nice to have you. And so Steam kind of stand um, on how to say it on a very tiny square, but square with angle, like yeah, and it also has kind of smoke. So it looks like smoke column, which we stands on its floor, and it spreads some smoke at the beginning. And I thought it could be a wonderful staging concept, like to play with, but Basically, with these rhombus where she stands, it was only the beginning. Afterwards, we basically got a lot of strong lighting, but again, as in Albania, the issue was with the camera angles. They have a lot of long shots where you can see, again, it's rehearsals. We have empty arena, but still not the best one. And also they took it, sorry, in very strange camera angles, like for example, 20 degrees, etc. Not flat. She has charisma, but I believe the performance is kind of against the song standards, because in audio is one of the best songs this year, if you ask me. Most of the time we have a really dark stage. What I love the most, actually, besides the smoke that, well, which I have talked about already, was there is a moment where all the stage is lightened in really vivid white light, like strong light, and Stan herself looks like a black object or black shadow on the stage herself. So it's towards the starting of the beginning, sorry, of the second verse, but it looks really good. So yeah, basically they have the packages, just have to be really careful about how to what they show for the television viewers, etc. They also have kind of, I don't know if it's only my interpretation or this is like the real thing, but it looks like we have like, okay, so we have the kinetic sun, right? And we have the area under it, which is can be shown because it's the stage itself. So what the Dutch delegation has done was to show kind of special light that looks like a moon. And then as the song progresses and we have much more hope about the future, etc., this moon looks more like a sun. Not the kinetic sun, but really sunset or something. And she also has a surprise for us. She uses a higher key in the very last chorus, and it sounds good. So vocally, I mean, it was really strong one. Again, I do believe that the Netherlands will slay it, but they're not a contender to win, I do believe. Hey, Evangeli, it's good to have you. I see you on now. Sorry. Yeah, you complete. I agree with you. It's right. I have some confirmed information. Actually, I can tell you that the Danish and Lithuanian and also the Dutch delegations are really upset about what happens with this kinetic sun, so-called. And they definitely have to update the staging on the first day of rehearsals. So this is crazy. Like, I know I'm a little bit disappointed with the Italian broadcaster, but yeah. Alia, you say that Bulgaria is out, no doubt, and I have to say 100% right. And it's not a bad, but it sounds a little bit dated, and although like the stage looks nice, but it doesn't carry it enough. And we have to recall that stage can upgrade songs, but still if song won't shouldn't qualify like based on the vocals or not vocals on Bulgaria case, but based on like the sound quality or what the song brings, what the song gives us something new. Bulgaria doesn't have it. I'm sorry. And also, yeah, for Bulgaria, running order isn't optimal as well. I mean, come on, they came after Ukraine and they came before the Netherlands. So I do believe people will talk about the two others and not Bulgaria. So for the Netherlands, they do have something to improve, but vocally she was good if you ask me. She has a kind of, I would call it modern but elegant outfit. We can see her belly though. It was black, of course, and she has white shoes, if I remember correctly. Evangelos, the rehearsals of Bulgaria was right. I mean, they didn't have any sound issues or something, which is really good, but still the song doesn't carry it. I'm sorry. Okay, move on to the next one, right? So we're gonna talk about Moldova, Trenčil, Zdobši's Dub, and the brothers, right? Um, so what we can say, it was a mess. Like basically, besides like I don't know, do a surgery of a dead frog on the stage, they have done anything else on stage. And I'm not shedding any roots here. Like really, it was too messy. They're funny. You can't ignore them. A lot of colors. Like I don't believe there is any color on the colors palette that didn't exist on the Moldovan performance. Like we have green and yellow and orange, purple, blue, yellow, and also they mix all of them together. Like they haven't reflected only one or two colors at a time, but a lot of colors. And yeah, so they haven't brought trains to the stage, but the two brothers, I mean, not Zdobchis, but the two others that joined them, have kind of white suits, and they have kind of a really special prints on top of them, which looks like a path of a train or train wheels, etc. So we do have kind of train on the stage itself, but not physical train or toy, but it's all more reflected on the bodies, on like on the dresses. Um, on the peak of by the way, they perform most of it on the secondary stage, like the one that's really close to the green room. But thereafter, kind of half of the members of the band moves backwards, like closer to the sun. They also have LED screen, and they try to present their kind of a lot of colorful shapes. Also, guitars like to to deliver the folklore and rock and roll. So it's really nice visually, but sometimes it's messy. What else can I tell you about Moldova? Oh, also they have some colors, like LED colors on the waterfall itself. And at the very peak of the song, one of the guitarists, the younger one, he has sunglasses, by the way, and he wears red t-shirt. He lies on almost on the waterfall itself, and he plays his guitar solo. This is like most of the rocky flavor of the song. There's some words written on the floor. I think it's folklore, rock and roll, or or Kishinev Bucharest, something like this. Um, yeah, the kinetic sound wasn't on of the favor, but again, it's so colorful and distracting in a good and bad way together. So probably gonna forget about the kinetic sound. About outfits, yeah. So two brothers have, as I said, white black outfits. I mean, white with black prints, and the others try to wear kind of traditional but very colorful outfits. A lot of red on them, but also like the rainbow colors. Um, yeah, about Moldova, we don't have much surprises on the vocal or on the sound side. It sounds as you could have imagined. By the way, guys, Ayatal Shir has a really nice YouTube channel. She presents us, sorry, her hobby of Sims. So you're like, I really want to invite you to subscribe to her channel because she does amazing job. And of course, she's a faithful Eurovision fan as well. Um, yeah, so these sorry were the first 9 songs. But now it's time to advance. So in the original plan, by the way, guys, if you have questions, please write them on the chat below. I will stop anything just to answer you. Um, yeah, so in the initial plan, we should have Portugal on stage, but just 5 minutes or I don't know before, we have received kind of sad news that one of the Portuguese delegation members, and I can tell you this is one of the backing vocalists of Mauro, has COVID. Like was post yeah was that's right, guys. Was tested positive for COVID, and therefore she couldn't make it to the stage. But also, like we have some restrictions of COVID, especially at Eurovision, because we don't want to cancel. Yeah, Eduardo, it's really sad. So she was tested positive. It's not Mara herself again. It's one of the lead vocalists. I don't know the name of her. I'm sorry, but I mean, what the restriction will be. So first of all, this positive COVID woman should stay at hotel. She will be in quarantine for 7 days, which makes me thinking that Mauro will probably have only 4 female backing vocalists and not 5. Mauro and all the rest were tested negative, and that's why they got a permission to. Yeah, Diana, I think as well. Yeah, I think she competed in Festival de Canção with Mauro, and they have like a really good chemistry together. So Mara has suggested her to join us as a backing vocalist, and of course she said yes. Um, but I must tell you that even though we lack one of them, it still looks and very nice, and also like so, on the sound wise, it was perfect. Um, what I didn't like on Portugal stage was only the outfits. It looks like kind of pajamas, I don't know, a purple one, but still the lighting is so good. I can tell you that you probably can't even tell what's the color of their outfits. Very simple, very intimate, very calm and charming performance. I see it as a potential dark horse, I must say. When I say that dark horse, it doesn't mean that it has to win, of course, but I can see a scenario where Portugal reaches the top 10, or at least the left side of the table. It won't flop, I can tell you. Um, a very smart use of lights. They have some colors, but yeah, that's right, sentimental. But also, like, they combine it really nice. Even if they combine like purple and green, which is not the most natural combination, it looks really nice. I don't know how to explain it, but someone there has done a really good job. Um, yeah, so at the beginning, the stage is really dark, and thereafter it becomes at the beginning orange a little bit. The lighting thereafter is a combination of blue and purple, and we also have a LED artwork on floor. It looks orange if I remember correctly. Sorry, not orange. It looks pink and gray, like in smoke as well. So the girls and Mara standing in a circle. The camera angles shows most of the time Mara, of course, and at the beginning she stands with her back to the audience, but I do believe it will really looks nice even for the audience. Staging is based mostly on a lot of camera angles, but this time, thanks God, they're really good. There's kind of a sound that is, I mean, yeah, the kinetic sound that we have. So they try to shed as much light as they can on the sun, and it looks like on a dark cyan color. And the girls and Mara, of course, performing on the secondary stage, like on the tiny one that's close to the green room. So probably to make even more connection with the audience, which is a good thing. There is a possibility that Portugal, yeah, will use some smoke machines later on. We'll see it like in the next rehearsals, I believe. Um, yeah, towards the end we have a green and purple stage, like the lighting. Also, there is a really nice scene towards the end that I must share with you, that we can see a tiny light circle, but real tiny one, that kind of moves between the girls on the floor. It's orange one. And this is probably the end of the song. Very convincing, very nice. And I'm still not sure what do I prefer, like Portugal staging for like in the festival the Cansao, or the one for Eurovision. But in general, I love both, and I like this song. Although our dear viewers are really happy to have you here, please, you can participate in the chat right here, ask any question. If you have any remarks, please tell me. I would like to know. And if not, or until you have more questions, we can talk about Croatia. I have a lot of what to say about Croatia, actually. So I really felt bad for her because she was the act to handle with a lot of sound issues. Mia Dimšić from Croatia. So on the first run, she had some problems with the headphones. So, but first of all, effect. Each one of the performers has kind of a tiny inner headphone that he or she puts on the inner, like on the inner side of the ear. The viewers, most of them don't even see it, and what they can actually hear there is like the back vocals, as well as the yeah, as well as the all the melody itself, but it's very reduced, and also it isolates sound from the sound on stage. So therefore, people are able to sing without shouting too much, or whispering, without whispering. Yeah. So So it's a good tool, but it doesn't work for her. I mean, technical issues, of course. Um, so of course, she gave those three marks to the sound engineers on stage, but it didn't help because we had another problem on the second round of the rehearsal of Croatia. The next thing that happened was that, okay, so first of all, I have to tell something. Croatia has made a decision. Now they're performing the song in mixture of English and Croatian language. The the last chorus and the last verse as well are performed in the Croatian version. Mia has also released full Croatian version of the song. You can check it. It's called Neko Drugo, which means in Croatian someone else. But the lyrics and the concept is very similar as the one in English. So they didn't change the message. Um, I'm a supporter, by the way, of using Croatian language. It's a really nice one and it sounded really good. But what happens there that they first of all put her the English backing vocals track in the headphones while she had to sing in Croatian. So it was quite strange for her, even though she's really professional, I must tell. And another thing that I can tell you that otherwise, I mean, sorry, the other round they have put the right track, but for some reason the key and also the speed of the yeah, so the key of the like musically, melodically, sorry, and as well as the speed of the track, let's call it, weren't the accurate one. So what happened was that she like had the bad conditions on stage, but still most of the time she was really professional. She sounds great. About outfit, you probably have seen it on the first rehearsal. So kind of a hot pink flamenco dress. She has three dancers with her on stage, two males and a woman. At the beginning, we can see Mia uh, with a light on her face. It's a blue one. Therefore, we have finally all the light on stage. Uh, Very dreamlike staging, a lot of pink, but not too much, I must say, even though it's a lot. So Mia is playing a black guitar at the beginning. She has one dancer with her, male dancer, of course, that stands behind her and turns around her. And after we can see another two additional dancers, one more male and one more female. So basically, we have four people on stage. They try to tell the story, not only Mia, but the dancers themselves. So the female dancer start to dance with one of them. Thereafter, she danced with another one, and the third guy kind of tried to follow them, etc. Then Mia is put it as a human shield, I will call it, between them. So Mia is going backwards. One of the guys and one of the female dancers kind of step one to each other in a very modern dance. And Mia is kind of stopping with her hand the other male dancer. She kind of separate between them, I would say. And therefore, we have a really nice scene where one of the female dancers and I mean the female dancer we have the only one and the male dancer trying to do this kind of movement, like almost touching one each other, but not with fingers, something like this. It looks like they have a glass between them, although they don't have anything. Uh, but yeah, I was surprised in a good way from Croatia. It's a really good staging. Still, I have some doubts it will qualify. Why? Well, Ryan Gordon is not a favorite. I mean, we have two calm and slow songs, one after other. It's Portugal, and afterwards we have Croatia. Uh, I must say that for me and maybe for many people, Portugal is the strongest out of the two, but Croatia is really decent, it's really good. I would like to see Croatia back to the finals after all these years of non-qualifying. But yeah, I mean, they have to solve the sound issues, not Croatia themselves, but the broadcaster of Eurovision and Ray together. So I don't know. I can tell you, by the way, guys, that Mia cried at the end of the rehearsals, which broke my heart, I swear. But I really think that it was a really good one, even though all the technical issues, even the ones of you who watched the official rehearsals, recap rehearsal, could tell that the rehearsal was quite good. But still, for Mia, it was a, hey, Dimitris, how are you? I will talk about Greece very soon, so please stay tuned. I have a really nice word to share about Greece, I swear. Um, okay, so this was about Croatia. Now let's move on to Denmark. We have ready with the show. So basically, a very almost copy paste, I would say, from the Dance Melody Grand Prix from the Danish selection this year. Um, so yeah, Denmark has split some tea about the broadcaster, about the Italian broadcaster, of not delivering the right props and right technology off stage as guaranteed, and they're right to be honest. So they have kind of to rescale their plans for staging, and this is what they have done. They can't use this kinetic sound, so they use what they have. And the kinetic sound really damaged this performance, to be honest, like visually, I mean. Vocally, I have no remarks at all. The girls like really perform good. The lead singer is Ihan, I believe, right? She's a really good one. Um, we have the four basic colors on stage: green, blue, red, and yellow, one on each other. We can see the word red written on the screen, on the LED screen. What else? Yes, so this dark kinetic sound is lighted on these colors. The girls wearing mm, colorful outfits. At the beginning, of course, we can see the lead singer accompanies herself on the piano. This is the best part of the song, if you ask me. Very convincing, very emotional, very intimate. And thereafter, of course, it transits into the rock song. I don't know why. I mean, I can't explain. Maybe some of our smart viewers here can hear and can explain to us, but I don't believe Denmark will qualify for some reason. I believe that people won't be attracted. Personally, I like it. It's not one of my big favorites, but it's still a decent one. And also, I mean, it was a long time ago when we have received a female rock band. So yeah, luckily we have Denmark. Um, they have some friendly countries voting in the semi, like Norway, for example, or Iceland. So who knows? Maybe it can be a good idea. But I don't know. Most of the chances, I believe they won't qualify. I mean, yeah, staging also, it's very basic. Nothing special happens. I mean, the most special things that could happen was that we have the word ready written on the drums. I mean, come on, this is basic here. So I'm also confused on the staging, but vocally it was good. Any questions, guys, or do you want me to move forward to Austria? Okay, so Austria it is. Um, Let me be your hell. That's all I have to say. No, but seriously. So staging looks nice. They're kind of standing in a spherical, elliptical shape that is composed of a lot of neon lights, or flashlights, let's call it. Most of them, the platform looks silver, like metal silver, and it has the colors of the Austrian flag, like most of the time white and red. So both Pia Maria and Luca are wearing black outfits. We have seen them, by the way, before. I mean, the outfits themselves. ORF, the Austrian broadcaster, has released a really nice picture when both of them holding the flag behind them. You can see the outfits. So for Luca, it's a leather black jacket and kind of sparkling black shirt, and it's quite simple black pants. And for Pia Maria, it's three-piece outfits with a black belt and the upper. I mean, yeah, she has a jacket, a black one, and beneath she has kind of a silver, unique t-shirt, and also very sparkling and kind of leather, but not really skirt, also black one. So she was with dyed hairs, and yeah, two of them here, like Neta. She was really nice looking. Also, she's I don't know if you know this fact, guys, but Pia Maria is a professional makeup artist, and she has a really nice makeup on the face. Looks like the video clip of Halo. And But vocally and musically or sonically, let's call it, they have changed some things. So first of all, yeah, we have a key downgrade or one tone up downgrade, so it will be easier for her. Listen, guys, it's not a secret that the song is a challenging one to perform for almost each singer, but also for Pia Maria. I mean, in the prep parties, we have seen that she struggles a little bit, and I think it's a good idea of the broadcaster to change the arrangement. It's allowed, by the way, because it's not changing the song of lyric or the performer. So until the rehearsals, guys of any countries can like change the track. That means the key or the, let's say, the volume of the vocalist or etc. And this is what they have done. And also we have a really strong work of, guess what? Yeah, that's right, backing vocalist. This is my main issue here because it feels like that the backing vocalists support her so much that probably Pia Maria is not one of the, it's not the main performer anymore, to be honest. Although she is on the stage, but still, I can tell you she was out of key some of the times at the very end, etc. I don't know. Austria does have a chance of staying in the semi once again, unfortunately. The song is really good to begin with, but something on stage doesn't work. DJ Lumix doesn't do a lot. He's on his DJ path. It's kind of do these movements with his hands, trying to clap to cheer up the audience. Looks nice. There are a lot of people who went crazy about the staging of Austria. It's really good, but it's not one of the excellent ones I've seen. And also, like behind them, we have a lot of neon lights. So there is a really nice scene where we can see half of the stage in the red color and the other one in blue. It looks really nice. Visually, it is appealing, but again, something there is not still missing vocally or sound wisely. So let's hope she will improve until Tuesday, right? Otherwise, I can see them not qualifying. Last but not least were Greece. Amanda, Eugenie, and Fjord will die together. Okay, this is the winner of this evening, I believe. I mean, at least of this batch of rehearsals. First of all, vocally, one of the best Greek entries ever, I must say. But listen, seriously, I mean, vocally she was on point, really strong one, like in the studio cut, if not, even if not beyond this. Many people had some doubts about the first parts when she sings it, kind of acoustically with "I'm on your back seat, you're driving me crazy," but it sounds really good, and I must tell. She has some backing vocalists, but still she carries everything herself, which is a good thing. So about staging, Greece wants to celebrate their own existence to Beyonce, and I'm a big supporter of this, of course. So a lot of blue, 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 and white on stage. She has a sparkling, kind of bright dress, white one. And the focus at the beginning is on Amanda beautiful eyes. You can see this part of her face, and little by little we go like zoom out of her. We can see all her body. Apparently, we see she is sitting on a blue chair, and we also can see a lot of broken blue chairs on stage spread. I've counted at least 10 of them, I believe, even more, but it's not a mess because there is a sophisticated usage of them. So on staging, the one that charges focus has done a lot of good staging in the past, like Croatia 2016, Ukraine, I believe 2008, if I'm not wrong, and a lot of other cases, but also things like Spain 2019, which was a good success. There's a really nice effects. We can see the chairs themselves, and in one of the courses, we can see them kind of melting on the stage, on the floor. I mean, those again, let's explain. Those are physical chairs, but there is an effect of LED lighting, and that's it, which looks like that on the bottom of the yeah, of the chairs. It looks like they're melting, kind of like candles. That when candle is about to turn off the light, it's kind of melting. So the very same it looks like. And Amanda looks very good. Camera angles are good. She also like goes into stage between the chairs at the moment. At the at the very end of the song, she's kneeling, like sitting on her knees. Also, I have to recall you that she's barefoot, like she has no shoes with her, but it works for some reason. Yeah, and what else happened? Yeah, so she stepped forward on the very edge of the stage, like almost on the waterfall, but not yet. And then we can see some more lightings. Actually, the sound was quite good. The kinetic sound was quite good in this performance because all the LED lights that Greece has were kind of a beaming light, and it looks like a really nice package together. Greece has also brought one LED screen, vertical one, that is in left or right of the kinetic sound. I can't remember. And in this screen, we can see character of couple dancing. It looks like the woman is Amanda, but you really can't tell because everything is like the character are like black shadows on a white screen. It was meant, of course, to tell us that they have a good past together in a relationship. But now the song is talking about breakup, right? Um, yeah, what else can I tell? A few really good concept. It looks gorgeous. Vocally, it was amazing. And also the press conference, like all the journalists, including me that were there, we had we had a chance to vote for the acts, the performance of today, all the 14s, and the winner of all of us. Oh, sorry, not the winner, but yeah, the leading act was Greece. So Greece was in the first place, Ukraine was in the second place, and thereafter we had the Netherlands or Portugal in the third and in the fourth. Yeah, so Portugal was the third. That's right. The Netherlands was in the fourth place, and Croatia was the last place of them, unfortunately. Before them, we had Moldova and Switzerland and Albania on the 11th, usual 11th, 12th, and 13th place. They have the same scores. Um, yeah, so about Amanda, I can see in her a potential of a jury winner of this semi or maybe this batch of songs. I think the Netherlands can do really well as well, but something the staging is still not good as I wanted. So probably Greece for gonna score higher than the Netherlands. But about the voting, I'm not sure that both of them will really grab a lot of points. So how can sum up this day? This day, basically, most of the the singers were quite professional, if you ask me. Secondly, the kinetic sun is ugly. I'm sorry. It's black, but not in a good way because black can be elegant as well. But in this case, it just stuck on the stage. I don't know. Some cases that this kinetic sun really ruined. Yeah, not ruined, but it wasn't in the favor of Denmark, Lithuania as well. Yeah, all the other countries. Ukraine partly as well, but Ukraine has a good staging, so they won't get damaged. So this was the summary of the first day of rehearsals. I want to thank all of the viewers. See you tomorrow on escbeat.com. Well, I'll give the full report. It will be updated during the day. So I mean, like after any rehearsals, after each country is going up to stage, I will write the full details there. And also, I hope and I wish that we'll have another video as well, like tomorrow. So thank you so much, all of viewers. This video is of course saved in our channel, so you will probably have the ability to watch it later on and also to share it with your wonderful friends. And don't forget to give us follow, like if you like our videos, and you can find us on escb.com, on YouTube channel as we hear now, Spotify, Twitter, Instagram, basically everywhere. Thank you so much. I love you all, guys, and see you tomorrow in the 6 days of rehearsals. Take care. Ciao.